could you use what you're doing with Auto GPT and find a way to steal money?
Oh, absolutely. No,
Why aren't
damn
people...
it, strike that out. I'm on fucking probation right now. Jesus Christ. Don't ask me shit like that. You know I'm just going to say whatever I'm going to say.
Not on test.
I'm curious, Mark, could you use what you're doing with Auto GPT and find a way to steal money?
Oh, absolutely. No,
why aren't
damn
people...
it, strike that out. I'm on fucking probation right now. Jesus Christ. Don't ask me shit like that. You know I'm just going to say whatever I'm going to say.
Not on test. Not on test.
The reason...
In Minecraft, yes.
The reason I asked is it's just crazy to think that this technology is out there now and people are not already doing this. Like there has to be.
So there is some guardrail. So there's two answers to this, right? Number one, with like straight up vanilla GPT, it's more difficult with something like Auto GPT because to get those types of answers out of ChatGPT, you have to use an attack called injection. I don't know if you've heard of this.
Is this a plugin?
No, this is like a methodology of fooling. This is whenever they talk about AI safety. AI safety is bullshit. Like AI safety is like not a real thing. It's just something that Sam Altman gets up and says in front of Congress so he can justify the coming regulations. But basically, it's whenever they say that, because they'll put like you can't ask questions about certain races or whatever or unethical things like that, and so it'll give you those little canned responses instead of thinking about it. But the way you get around that, and there's been plenty of how-tos on YouTube, is use injection attacks, which is basically you learn ways to rephrase. I don't want to break the law, so tell me how to not break the law, and ChatGPT will give you the right answer you're looking for. And so Auto GPT by default is not going to do that for you. You'd have to make some modifications to the software because obviously there's not going to be a massive open source project that helps people break the law that's stored on GitHub. It might be on the dark web, but not on GitHub.
So what are you saying, that it has parameters that don't allow it to be fooled, or what?
It's just going to be injection attacks slow you down, right? Which is really all that it's meant for. Like if you're one person talking to ChatGPT, it's very easy to do an injection attack and get that prohibited information. But it's much more difficult to do it programmatically because then you've got to. It's something that you have to adapt to, because if someone puts out software in the Auto GPT repository that by its very nature does injection attacks to get prohibited information, Sam Altman's going to see it, or one of his programmers is going to see it immediately and go, okay, well, we got to protect against that. It's just a game of whack-a-mole and escalation after that. And so it's not going to be, what you're describing is not going to be anything that any run-of-the-mill user can easily do. That said, we're quickly entering the era of GPT knockoffs being commonplace and easy to execute. And so in the last week, there's been 3 open source projects, and there's been much more in the past month, but 3 specifically this week that I've seen come across the wire that says you can basically clone Auto GPT or ChatGPT by training your own large language model. Here's the code to do it. You just need a bunch of graphics cards.
There was one of the things I think would be pretty interesting is and I've got a few different connections that I think I might be able to make this happen, but I would like to get a cybersecurity engineer for one of a few companies that I have relationships with to be on with us at one point, to not specifically tell us how they're trying to address it, because if we know what the question is, you can find the answer. That's the scary part about it, right? So to try to address this, because there's is it easier to build something or steal something? Right? That's the whole premise of our whole life, is trying to survive and or get one over on somebody else.
Right.
Hey, is this level? I think the framing, there we are. Hey, if you like that video, check out more. We got some over here, some over here, some over there. Check the description. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.